Hello everyone, welcome to the January vlog of 2024. Gonna have to get used to that, and you join me as I sit in my car waiting for Naomi to finish a job interview. It has literally just begun to rain. Don't know if you could see that on the camera, probably not, but there are water droplets all over my huge windscreen here, which is almost above my head. It's a really big windscreen, but I've mentioned that before anyway. So yeah, I'm just here watching YouTube videos on my phone that's off shot here, just kind of in its little holster, or mount, whatever you want to call it, and I could not be more bored out of my head, and this is the best shot I could get at the moment. So yeah, we have travelled 2 towns over for Naomi to have a job interview in the building behind me, which you may just be able to see, although I can't really get a better shot than this because, you know, security and everything of the place, it's like a data protection kind of place. So you can't really show much anyway, so there's just a little corner of the building you can see there through my steering wheel. That's about as best. She's gone in there anyway to hopefully get a new job. She just has grown tired of her current job, and yeah. I, of course, work in here doing deliveries, and it's quite lucrative. I'm getting above minimum wage, which is good, or just average wage. Sometimes more. Yeah. It can go up to equivalent of about $40 an hour if you do it properly. Although in British money it's about £30, £35 an hour. If you do it properly, and it's very, very hard work as well, especially when you're driving around all the time, and it's very tiring. But yeah, that's the start of this vlog, and let's move on to the rest of the month, shall we? I'm sat here right now editing the previous vlog, the vlog before this one. There's a bit of vlogception there for you. 40 minutes in. As you can see there, well, 42 minutes in. I don't think anyone's going to sit there and watch 42 minutes of a vlog with me in it, but it's there for my own future reference as well. But I just thought I'd point something out because, you know, this is the next vlog. I have found out this old Nikon Coolpix camera. Why is this important? This is important because it has historical value to the actual channel, the actual Munk Media origin story, as you would. And as you can see, this is the house we used to live in, okay? And if we just go back a picture, that's a picture I just took of Robot Boy there, just to test the camera to see if it still works. And go forward, you can see May 3rd, 2010. About 13 years ago. 13 years ago. Let's just take a look. I think I was vlogging at the same time as doing this, that's why I'm speaking there. Talking to the camera for my future editing self. And this was actually before I wore glasses, because I haven't been wearing glasses that long. So I'm doing a recreation of the scene where the chipmunks talk to Dr. Rubin in the Chipmunk film. Only goes through frame by frame. And I think I tried it in different...
You threatened to climb inside of him and build a nest.
Yeah. So if we now try and... Whoops. Go forward. Whoops. Don't know how to control this. There's a version I did with plushies. Same difference. The kitchen's been remodeled since then as well.
You threatened to climb inside of him and build a nest.
I was going to do all the voices and everything for it as well, so... Some photographs I took from 2010 of the old room and things. Whoops.
Okay, you have now moved from there with my little webcam on top of there.
It's interesting.
Well, you were there and you put me with it.
I actually still do have that laptop, although my nails need cutting. I apologise for that, guys.
Computer, and now you're here. Yeah.
But yeah, and as I was saying before, I was distracting myself. That actual computer, I still have it because I still want the kind of files off of it and things. But the battery has died in it, and I've been meaning for the past several years to repurchase a battery for that particular laptop, so I can get that stuff off of it, and that'd be quite an interesting thing to look back on, a kind of nostalgic kind of thing. 2010 again. And it looks like I'm making something for... Yeah, this is a project I made for college at the time. Yeah, I was called Doctor Who Van 41 back then. So like I said, the origin, like way back, before Munk Media was even a thing, with, you know. Speaking some baby talk to my dog. That's my old Yorkshire Terrier, who is no longer with us. So that's kind of interesting to see that video on there. That is my mother's Shih Tzu, who is still alive at the same, and yeah, very long time ago as well. So this is actually unused footage from... I used to make a series called Living with the Chipmunks, and it was cringy. It was the cringiest thing I've ever made in my life. And this is just kind of some of the footage from an episode I never released. This is actually my brother sat there on the... wait, that one? On the sofa even, with clothes and everything. I didn't really care back then what was in the background of the shot. I just shot what was there. So pictures from my trip to London with college students that are people, old colleagues and college students that I've lost track with now. But so no, I just thought I'd show some of the history of the channel, because I do that sometimes. We saw the old this Mac here, which had all of the old stuff on from way back when. You know, all the old files from all the old Monkcasts. Well, this even predates that. I found this actually within my sort of collection, because when we moved house, we put everything into boxes and things, and those boxes are only just now being looked through and unpacked. But the thing is, we are moving again, so it's going to be interesting to start to unpack that stuff now again. You know, when we move, and have a look through some of the historical relics like this, because it has nostalgic value, if you get what I'm saying. So, to the people who actually watched this vlog all the way through, if you honestly watched this entire vlog the whole way through without stopping, or had it in the background while you're doing some artwork or something like I do with some Adam the Woo videos and things like that, then I just want to give you a great big thanks, because this vlog is almost an hour and 40 minutes long. This is the longest vlog I think I've ever done. I've never done a vlog this long before. Just, you know, to re-emphasize that point. Incredible. This vlog won't be that long. In fact, it won't even be half this time, but yeah, it's pretty good to see a vlog that long. It won't happen very often, though. Well, it's official. I am on a diet. I don't know why you're looking at Sonic characters as I say this. I could have gone and made some of the low-calorie food that I have, which, do you know what? I'm just gonna... Much better. So I have resorted to eating things like these. This is a mugshot, Thai-style noodle mugshot. It's like a cup of soup, but with noodles. But that's not like my dinner. I haven't gone on to a specific diet. I've gone on to a cutting down kind of diet. So I'm trying to stay under my daily intake of 2,500 calories. So this, as you can see here, is 222 calories. So I have to take that into account when I am eating anything else during the day, be it snacks, dinner, or anything like that. So things like chocolate and whatnot, I guess, you know, that kind of thing, sweets, candy, that kind of thing, is just off the table completely. Although things like apple pie and things I can have a small amount, a slice maybe, which I do like to consume. But with things like this, it's much more healthier, well, it's noodles, but you know. So all you have to do really is stick hot water into the cup, put that in there, or stick that in there, put that in, and 5 minutes later, you have a snack, essentially. So I didn't actually think I'd be able to find these for a while, because everything in the UK comes out either too early or too late. But as you can see, I have finally been able to find Black Rose, the third Amy of the sort of Amy collection from, of course, Sonic Prime, because, of course, there's 3 different versions of her in the show. And this is, of course, the pirate version, Black Rose, from No Place, apparently. And I am more than happy that I found this, because of course, like I said, very difficult to find. This is the only figure that they had in stock of Wave 3. There are others, of course, as you can see on the bottom here. We've got the sort of Chaos Sonic, I always call him Metal Sonic. And this Sonic with the big grin on his face, which I cannot find anywhere. Like I said, the only one we could find, of course, is this one. But of course, they also, I keep saying of course, they also did have 9 in stock. So I thought, you know what, it's an exorbitant amount of money, these figures, but you know what, it's worth it. I'm doing a lot of deliveries lately, so I thought I'd treat myself to 9 as well, because it was the only one they had left of him, and he was a pretty good character in the show. Although no knee articulation, I've noticed. But that's fine, I guess. There's waist and hip articulation there, and foot, so I guess maybe he'll stand better than the others, I guess. Anyway, really love the claws, really love the characters. You have to really watch the show anyway, but I'm going to stop rambling on. But they really did they did Tails pretty well, although his motivation was a little bit all over the place. But still. It's the next day, and we still haven't moved. We've still got a big pile of boxes in that corner. It looks horrendous. I might have to tidy it up a bit. I so miss playing VR games. I can't do it because of all this. But anyway, in this next segment of the vlog, I thought I'd mention that I picked up yet another Sonic figure. Because, of course, I wanted to, I guess. I went back to the store and bought the other ones from the other day. The Amy and Tails. And I picked up this one, which is the Sonic with the claw things on his arm from that episode. Okay, that was my Alexa going off, probably telling me about the weather tomorrow. And I've actually gone all in, I think, with this. So the only two I need right now, the only one I need right now for this particular set is the Knuckles, which they did have, but I thought, you know what, I'm not going to break the bank buying all of these at once, so I just buy them gradually over time while they're still in the shops, essentially. And I finally managed to get it. I got hold of the infamous Cherry Freeze Prime. I got 3 bottles of this, actually. It was just there in my local store, just sitting there. Mostly gone, but I managed to pick up 3 bottles of it. And the top half actually turns blue when it's cold, which it is cold at the moment. And it's a blue tint to it. You can't really see because of my little torch here. But, yep, Cherry Freeze Prime. I'm going to find out what this tastes like. You know, no ifs or buts. First impressions of Cherry Freeze Prime. There's a lot of hype around this. I've heard people say it's rubbish. I've heard people say it's nice. Let's find out. Okay, very, very sweet. There is sugar in this, but very, very little amount of sugar, apparently. Let's have a look. There is about 2 grams of sugar in the whole bottle, which is fine, acceptable within my limits of my tolerance, because I really don't have sugary drinks. I have just sugar-free drinks. I rarely have a sugary drink at all. This is about the only thing that I have that has sugar in it. And really, it's quite nice. It smells like Ice Pop Prime, but it's not. It's like a very sweet, cherry-flavoured cold drink. And again, like I've always said about Prime, it tastes like sweets, like Haribo sweets, which is, I guess, is why it appeals to kids so much. Yep, we know it all had to happen. I managed to get my hands on the Trolls video game for PS5. Obviously, it's not going to win Game of the Year, but hey, it's Trolls, so why not? Yep, as you may have guessed, and it's probably old news by this point, but as of now, we have just changed the name to the Munk Hub, because Monkeyverse kind of sounds like Monkeyverse, you know? I was never really too happy with it, but I'm just kind of glad we got something a little bit more catchy, I suppose. The Munk Hub, you know? It rolls off the tongue. All the branding and everything will be changed later on, probably changed by the time you're watching this video anyway, but, you know, the Munk Hub sounds good, and our subscriber count is just a fraction of what it used to be. But still, I'm optimistic about the future. I carry on. I just carry on. So, the brakes on my car, the front brakes, because it's a 4-wheel drive, are starting to really squeak. I just had the pads changed a couple of months ago. They're squeaking again. Oh dear. So, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I decided to book in my car to have the whole braking system the discs and the pads at the front changed. Well, that's today. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. It's booked in early. It's going to be in there for a couple of hours. So I'm going to go and take it there now to have the braking system changed at the front. Hopefully no more squeak and improved braking as well. Because I did notice a bit of a change in the braking, the responsiveness of it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. It's about 2 days later and the Trolls game is a surprise. It really took me by surprise. I didn't expect it to be the way it was. I thought it'd be similar to the Miraculous game because it's made by the same company, I think Game Mill Entertainment or something. I expected it to be like a little platformer game that was really short and easy to play, but actually it's really complex. Well, not really complex, but it's complex enough, and it's open world. It's actually really good. But anyway, I really like it. I'll mention more in the next vlog because, of course, we've really reached our penultimate sort of end of the vlog, and I thought I'd end on something Sonic related. Actually, there we go, because I have decided to start collecting this particular line of Sonic figures, and of course we're starting with Cream. There we go. Because out of all the figures there, this was the only one of her. All the other figures there were just kind of, you know, there was a lot of the stock, but this one was kind of the hardest one to find. And all the time I've been looking at these figures in the past, and never bought them. I've never seen this one in the shop before, so I thought, you know what, there's one left. I may as well just get this one. So I'm starting my collection with Cream, and she's going to actually stand with those figures, even though they are not to scale. But Cream's small anyway, so you know. But anyway, she'll go great with that, I guess. They'll probably be 2 separate collections, but I haven't finished that one either. I have to get the rest of those, but yeah, that's it basically. Thanks for watching this vlog, guys, and until next time, vlog over.